For sure. So, well, I want to ask you, David. So, what is your main reason for wanting to learn English?
Um, so my main reason why I want to, learn English, why I want to become a native English speaker is because I love traveling. Yeah, traveling is one of my favorite hobbies.
That's
And
great.
English is so useful. Like when you're traveling to. So, for example, I'm a Korean and I meet Japanese. I meet Japanese people, and if we can, so I can speak Japanese and Japanese people can speak Korean, then we need to, communicate in English. So in this case,
A
English,
common language. Common language.
yeah, English is a
Hmm.
common language or an international language. And
Yeah.
I want to become a businessman. I also want to become an investor, and English is really helpful in those cases. And what else? And I also think English is a really fun subject. Yeah, learning English is one of my favorite hobby. Well, I mean, so
No,
I listen
that's
English.
good though. That's good. And honestly, David, I'm very glad to hear that you say it's one of your hobbies. Like it's fun for you because that's honestly, in my experience, talking to what I have had 1,025 different students that I've met
Oh,
right now, just on Cambly,
I see.
and
That's a lot.
and honestly, the biggest thing that I see in people that continue to learn English and continue to call me back and call other people and have and pursue their their education, their English speaking abilities, is people that find it fun to learn the language and learn the different things and how to say this. And but you also have to learn how to joke, how to have fun with it, and how to really speak, just to like a normal conversation, and sarcasm and things like that. And that's one of the big things that I had to learn, like when I was in Cambodia, was joking and sarcasm and some of the things that they would always, uh just things that were often brought up while I was talking to other people. And that's what it kept it very interesting, and it was very fun for me to learn the new things and the new lingo, and what people really say.
Well, I think so too. I also think it is important to know. It is important to learn how to joke. Well, actually, yeah, speaking of joke, I think yeah, this is my problem. So, for example, like if Cambly tutor, like say a joke to me, then I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand, and
Yes.
it's hard to communicate well.
And
I
it's
think
and
also
it's
need
n- it's no fault of yours. It's common, even for me, even like in Cambodia and here in the Philippines. I can speak a lot of Tagalog and Bisaya, Aklan. um and you have to learn those different things, because one fundamental factor of learning a new language is learning how people really speak, and like emotionally speak, because anybody can, well, most people can go in and open up a book and
that's
read
right.
and go through the dictionary, and you can learn how to say every word in the dictionary.
That's right.
But an example, if you learn every word in the dictionary, this is what you would sound like if you spoke. You would say, "Hi, my name is Daniel. I like to ride bikes. Bikes are fun and I like to go fast."
Yeah,
And
that's right. You don't have emotion, right? Well, actually, that is
exactly.
this is also what my dad said. Like you have to learn English in in video, in like in podcast or
Yes.
something like that. In Yeah, because you need to speak with emotion. Like if you just read a textbook, if you just read a grammar book, dictionary, then yeah, you can't, it's hard to communicate. I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, I also think it is really important. Well, actually, you know what? So to be like that, I try to, surround my daily life with English. So usually when I have free time, I play my podcast. So yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I try to watch a lot of English videos. And
That's
I
good.
and when I watch movie, I try to use English subtitle instead of using Koreans, because I think it is also really helpful. And yeah, well, so I think, yeah, it is really important to learn English in, sound, not learn English by book.
Yes. Now, don't get me wrong. English by book is
I mean,
also fundamentally like the basics
that's
of
right.
learning. Yes, but it sounds to me, David, that you have that down already. The fundamentals. I understand everything you're saying to me, and I think you understand everything that I'm saying to you. So I think most of the fundamentals are down. You really are at a great place right now to
Oh, you think
learn
so?
that emotion, to learn those and to learn how to joke, how to recognize a joke also, and like sarcasm and things like that, because in English, it, in a lot of areas in English, it's very abundant or heavy in um, sarcasm and joking and things like that. There's so many things that we say, and a lot of us, we don't even, as Americans or British or European, we don't even sometimes realize how much of what we say is um, sarcastic or joking, but that's how we explain something. And this is like I was saying that what I did in Cambodia and also here in the Philippines, both talking is the best thing. Like and ask questions. Like sometimes somebody would say something and I would be in Cambodia and they would say something and everybody would kind of laugh and it was a joke and it was good, but I didn't understand. So for me, I would kind of smile and because something was funny, I just didn't know what it was. So one very important thing is to always ask questions about whatever it is that you're not understanding at that point. And that was
That's
one
right. Yeah,
key thing. So,
yeah, it is
but
important to, Oh yeah, go on.
no, I was just gonna say. So I mean, it would be great if we could I could tell you some jokes or kind of some sarcasm, and we could kind of go over that because you said that that's one thing that you're dealing with right now is trying to understand, uh, grasp that just mentally, the sarcasm and
Oh,
joking and things like that. So that'd be one
oh well,
thing
yeah, that
I'd love
sounds.
to. What's that?
Hello. Uh, hello. Can you speak right now? Hello.
Yeah.
Oh well, I think, yeah. Like your screen is too blurry that I can, even see, like, where you are. Oh yeah, now I can see you well. But
You can see me good
well,
again.
I think it. Now. Oh well, now it is pretty bad. Hello, can you see me well?
Let me do something. I just want to make sure that this is not my end. Let me just do something really quick. I just want to test my internet. Um,
Sure. I think mines are fine. Maybe.
I'm gonna test mine. Okay, for 1 second, it is going to get a little blurry because during the test, it's gonna push a lot of data really quick. But just for a second, here we go.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it's me. I have 150, 165 Mbps down.
Oh, I see. Then maybe I think, it's not our problem. Maybe it's the problem with Cambly, right? Sometimes Cambly doesn't have a. good
It,
connections? I mean,
it might be Cambly servers. Yeah,
find that.
yeah, because I have 166 down and 155 up. So I'm actually really really good right now.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
might
that's very
be
good. But
Cambly. Might be an issue with Cambly. I'm not sure. I know Cambly is
yeah, I think
somewhere.
it is.
Well, I was just saying.
Yeah,
I think Cambly's somewhere. I think they're in Beijing is their main servers. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in Beijing is their main servers. So yeah, maybe they're having an issue. But
yeah,
can
maybe.
you hear
Well,
me?
I
Okay
yeah,
though.
oh yeah, now I think I can see you and hear you well. Well,
Okay,
and
good.
this is it sometimes happens. So, but yeah, now I can, yeah, see you and hear you well. So yeah,
Okay, good.
I think that was a good idea. You said, yeah, how about you joke to me. I mean, you say any jokes to me and try to understand and try to learn. Like, is that what you said, right?
Yes, yeah, yeah, and not only jokes, but even not joking. Sometimes we just use sarcasm to answer something, um, which isn't always a joke, but it's if you do you know the word literal?
Uh, oh, well, can you type that in the comment box? Well,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
really
for sure,
sure.
for sure. Let's see here. Hang on.
Uh, did you type that?
Okay, here we go, right here. Going through literal.
Literal.
Like
Uh,
it means like exactly what I say is what I mean.
uh, well, can you repeat one more time? I couldn't hear you.
Well, we say literal or literal.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, literal. Americans people speaks literal and literal. British people say, right?
Yes, and sarcasm is not literal. Sarcasm. So, for example, you could say, man, I'm hot as a dog sitting outside at 100 degrees.
I Oh, like that. This.
Yeah,
I mean, it is not possible, right?
yeah, exactly not possible. So we're not being literal. We're just using kind of sarcasm to express how we feel, which is usually a scenario or a statement, something that we say that isn't really possible, but it's just there to explain, like I'm really hot. Like I'm really like I am so hot. I feel like I've been in an oven for an hour.
Oh, like that. I mean, it can't be real, right? You can go to oven, but
Exactly.
this is.
Exactly.
Oh, I see. I got it. But yeah, well, can I also make like a joke with
Yeah,
real thing? I mean,
let's hear what you got, David. What do
oh,
you got?
I think I can make a scenario. So, for example, like, hey, like, did you decided where to go for dinner today? And I'm like, no, it's still up in the air. Like, I mean, up in the air means, yeah, I
That's an
couldn't.
idiom. That's an idiom. It's still up in the air. Yes, which means the idea is still up here. You're not sure yet. It's still in the air, mixing around. Eventually you'll find out, yeah, that's good though. That's an idiom. Idioms are very important, and idioms are in a lot of cases, idioms are the creation of sarcasm and jokes and things like that.
Oh, I see. I got it. Yeah. Well, yeah. I also believe that idiom is really important. Yeah. A lot of native speakers use idioms when they have a general conversation. Well, I also think it's important, and
Yes.
I think I can also say, for example, is it's yeah, this season is winter, and I went outside and I feel like I was in the freezer. Is Did I say it right?
Perfect. Yeah. It's like, man, I went outside and it felt like I was living in a freezer. Yep, I was in
Well,
a freezer. Yep.
I
Uh,
see.
And
Well,
and and you can change it around. You could say, "Man, I went outside and it felt like a freezer," or "Man, I went outside and I felt like I was in an ice cube," or
oh, I see. Or yeah, I
yeah.
feel like I was with polar bear, or yeah, I was in a, how do I say, like
Or you
I
could
was. I
say,
think
"I
I
went
was with a polar
outside
bear,
and I
right?
felt like I was a polar bear with no hair."
Oh yeah, I think yeah, that is also a fun joke. Well, yeah, I think yeah, I feel like when I say some kind of like jokes or showcase like how do I say this? Sh-
Just like you did. You did it
Yeah.
perfect. So if you take a comment, we only have about 1.5 minutes left, but I'll tell you quickly. If you take something like if it's hot or if it's cold or perfect example that you brought up. If it's hot, man, I feel like I'm in an oven right now, or man, I feel like I'm in an ice cube right now, or a freezer right now. That's
Oh,
perfect. That's the event of non-literal talking. But
I
David,
see.
we only have about a minute left. I just want to say, hey, I loved talking with you. It was great. You're the first person I've talked to, and about a year since I've been back, and I'm glad you were great, uh, and you speak really really good English, which is great. Um, and anytime you want to call me back, we can talk about idioms or understanding sarcasm or anything you want. But I'm gonna open up my time so you can reserve something uh,
Yeah,
but yeah,
sure.
it's been great, David. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
yeah. It was really nice talking with you. Yeah, I'd like to talk with you again in the future. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day.
All right. Well, you too, David. Hey, and as I say, be good or be good at it.
Oh, I okay, I got it. Well, yeah. Have a good day. Bye.
All right. Bye bye, David.